Gerontology in Practice is a fairly new course. It started in 2011, and I work with community partners who service older adults in London. So during the summertime, I visit with community partners and I ask them, what are your problems and how can students from Western help you solve those problems? And then my students work in teams here in this beautiful active learning space called Walls at Western, and they work in the different teams addressing an issue that partner identified. Everything in the course is active. One of the things that students have to do is to teach other students in the class about the issue that they are working on. So they have to come up with a presentation. They have 2 compulsory readings, which they have to present with discussion and 2 to 3 activities around a topic. For example, we had a project with Alzheimer's Society in Middlesex, London here, and it's called iPod Project. The students working on that group had to teach other students on what are the issues with Alzheimer's disease and how music and memory can help a person with advanced stages of Alzheimer's disease manage behaviors better. So part of that presentation that students have conducted to teach others was to do a test, memory test, that students on each pod had a chance to fill in the blanks, and the group then have shown to the class what it looks like if a person with advanced stage Alzheimer's disease does exactly the same test. When they see how big of a problem it is for an elderly person, they start thinking in a different way. One of the groups last year worked on a project, Reminiscence. And at the end of their presentation, they asked all the class members to stand around the room, and they had a yarn. And I wasn't sure where this was going, but they started inviting students' memories on dogs. So everybody who had a dog shared a couple of sentences of their experience, what the dog meant in their life. So as one person would take over talking from another person, yarn would fly through the air, and at the end we had this web of memories. It was a really interesting way that students came up with active way to present their message and make everybody remember. A group was teaching on, I don't remember the topic, but they wanted students to align with an opinion. So they had strongly agree, agree, strongly disagree, disagree. And they asked everybody in a classroom to go to a respective board based on their opinion on that topic. Then the strongly agree and strongly disagree groups started debating why they strongly agree and disagree. And it was a very, very interesting way that the group have initiated discussion. So that is the second layer. The first layer is they're actively involved in teaching others. The second layer is they have to come up with the activities that other students will engage in. And the third layer is that they go into community to work with a partner. So 1 hour of a class time is dedicated to groups working with community partners here in a classroom. So professor, student, and the community partner, we're all at the same place. We can deal with any issue that happens, but it also gives a very interesting perspective to people working in the real world, which most probably is going to employ our students after their graduation. It gives them a perspective of what university looks today.